Welcome back to the 3D playbook. So we will make this part in Autodesk Inventor 2027. So there is a drawing sheet for this part. There were all dimensions, the both diameters, the inside features, the drilled hole, and also the threaded hole of M12. So let's go make this. Open Inventor, go to the new in file section, select new here, and I will select the standard template. So let's create this because I am designing in millimeters, so I have selected standard The PC is so busy right now. Okay, so start 2D sketch here. Start 2D sketch and let me choose XY plane. No matter what plane you choose, it's all about orientations. You can also select the orientation for your part after the design. So let's go to the sheet. Here is the sheet. Let's apply the 100mm diameter to the 40 length. So let me select circle here, draw a circle from the origin and select 100mm. Now go to the 3D model and select this feature, extrude. It will create this sketch into the solid body. So let me choose this direction and type 40mm. Okay, now let's go back to the sheet. Now let's create this diameter of 60mm to 120mm from the one end to the another end. It is the whole length, so we will just subtract the 40mm we earlier did from the 120. So let's go back to the part, rotate the part like this and select this face, select this option, create sketch here. Okay, now select circle again and draw from the origin like this. The diameter was 60mm. Let me type 60. Finish sketch. Let me select extrude again and turn this sketch into solid body. So 120 minus 40. Enter. Let's verify the dimension. Let me select 2. Let me select this face and this. Okay, 120mm, so it is correct. So let's go back to the sheet and draw this. This is in the center, 20mm of drilled hole, and the depth for the hole is 35. And this is a standard drill hole, 118 degrees. So let's go. Start sketch here. Create sketch. Let me project geometry and like this. So we need a point, this point, because it is in the center. Now there is a feature, this in modify tab, hole feature. Let me select hole, select this point. Okay, it is selecting. Look, it is already 35mm is the depth and 20mm was the diameter and 118 degrees drill point angle. Let me show you in the drawing sheet. Look, drill hole and the drill point angle is 118 degrees. So let me select OK for this. Now let's go back to the sheet here. There is a hole of M12 into 1, and I guess I forgot the dimension. So now let's go select a plane. We're gonna create a plane here, tangent to this surface. So let me select tangent to surface. What is the surface? This is the surface. Go to the origin and select this plane. This plane, create sketch here. Let me use project geometry, project cut edges. Now I can select the point at the middle. Let me select dimension, select this point and this point. It is 65 millimeter. Let me finish sketch here. Let me go to the hole, select this point. Let me select this one, actually a tapped hole. Let me go to the isometric profile, and what is the specification of this hole? M12, a threaded hole. So let me select size here. Let me select 12 here and M12 into 1, and to the surface let me select 2. I don't want this hole to just simply go here all the way crossing the whole object, so I will just simply to the surface, and this is the surface, and I will select OK. Let me select this plane and turn the visibility off for this plane. Let me go to the color scheme. In the default, in the most top ribbon, in the center, and let me choose gold metal for this. Now let me cut and show you if it is threaded hole and this is a drilled point hole. So I will just simply select section view. I will select this plane and select OK. OK, look, this is a threaded hole. Look, you can see the threads, and this is the drill angle. Let me just rotate. Look, this is 118 degrees. So this was our first part. Let me select section view and delete section view. Okay, now let's move on to the next part. So this is the another part. Let's go to the drawing, the design software Inventor. So how are we gonna make this? Let's draw this 30 millimeter diameter and 20 millimeter and extrude this to the 30 millimeters. So select the circle, place it at the origin, again the circle, place like this, 30 millimeter, and another circle is of 20 millimeter diameter, this one. Okay, let me finish sketch. Now in this extrude option we will select this symmetric, so it will equally go in both directions. So 30 millimeter is the amount of extrusion here. I'll select 30. Okay, now it's time to create this profile. At the center of this we will use extrude in symmetric also for this feature. So let's go back to the Inventor. Let me start 2D sketch and I will choose the plane. Now we will choose YZ plane because it is in the mid. Project cut edges, so we can stick our sketch here to the circumference of these bodies. And now go back to the drawing. We will use a slot, actually a slot here. It is away from this center to the 40 millimeter. So there is a slot of 15 millimeter from one point to the another point, and it is of radius 7.50, and the outer radius is 15 millimeter. So let's go make this. So go back to the model and select a circle here, align with the origin horizontally. Let me select this. It is inverted because the z-axis is here and y is up, so definitely let me select this point and this point. Okay, let me select dimension for this. It is of radius 15, the outer radius, look, radius 15, and it is 40 millimeter away from the center. Let me select dimension, select this point and this. It is 40 millimeter. Now let me draw a slot here. Let me go and this slot. Let me select this and no, not this one. Let me go back. Let me choose a slot in this one. And let me zoom in like this. Let me place this slot, this to here. Now let me join this from here to here. Sorry, radius 15, so the diameter will be 30. Okay, now let me select up line again. From this to this, let me use tangent constraint here. Okay, it is tangent now. It is already, and let me select this point and this circle. It is also tangent. Okay, it has tangent now. Now go back to the drawing. Now go back to the model. Let me select this point and this. It is 15 here, like this, and the radius for this slot is 7.50. Let me select this and 7.50. Okay, let me cancel. Now we will use trim here and trim this extra line here. Let me trim this and now this. Okay, let me finish sketch. Let me go back to the sketch. Let me use tangent again. Okay, it is tangent now. Let me finish sketch. Select extrude, and the extrusion will go to 12 mm in both directions. Symmetric, equally, not 15 but 12. Let me see. Okay, 12 millimeter and press OK. So this was the second part. We have completed the both parts here, this one and also this one. Hope you liked it. Just like the video, sub to the channel, and thanks for watching.